This is Dame once again with the Efficient Sales Systems, where we help you sell more by selling better. And I have another tip for my salespeople out there in the field, and this one is on effective time management. We all know that effective time management is absolutely critical to the sales process. Balancing all of your activities in a day, in a week, or a month can be a challenge depending on the responsibilities you have with your job in sales. In order to manage your time as effectively as possible, so that you spend the majority of your time on revenue producing activities and less time on non revenue producing activities, you must do what I call the 3 P's of time management. The first P is to prioritize. An effective salesperson should spend at least 80% of their time either prospecting for sales opportunities, qualifying existing sales opportunities, or proposing and closing existing sales opportunities. These are what we call direct revenue producing activities because they directly affect your ability to generate sales income. Any activity that includes direct communication with a prospect who is in a position to buy your product or service is where you need to be spending the majority of your time. Any and everything else, regardless to its necessity in the sales process, needs to happen after this. Direct revenue producing activities are priority one. Plan, that's the second P. Planning your schedule ahead of time goes hand in hand with prioritizing. Whether you use some sort of electronic calendar such as Microsoft Outlook, or you use a manual calendar where you write everything down, you need to block off time in your daily schedule ahead of time to do what is most important, which of course, as we said, is prospecting, qualifying, proposing, and closing. So for example, in an 8-hour workday, you need to block off, we said, 80% of your time to conduct high priority activities. So that comes to about 6.5 hours a day of an 8-hour workday, not including lunchtime and not including breaks. So that leaves about an hour and a half to do other non-revenue producing activities, such as answering email, customer service activities, sales reporting, such as entering information into your CRM or spreadsheet to track your sales progress and sales goals, and other sales reporting activities. All of these come after we've already prioritized. Promise, that's the third P. You already know what's most important for you to spend your time on in order to be successful. And now you've planned your schedule ahead of time, like we talked about, to reflect those things. You must now promise yourself that you will commit yourself to doing the priority and the plan. It does no good to have a priority without a plan, and it is equally as futile to have a priority without a plan and do not commit to following the plan. This means you have planned, if you have planned on prospecting during a certain time period, for example, then you should be doing nothing else except for this during that time. Things become distractions because we allow them to become distractions for us. Someone who is calling you on the phone, for example, can leave a message. Emails are never urgent by virtue of the fact that they're emails and not phone calls, urgent phone calls. Build in breaks of time during your prospecting and your closing and proposing to deal with these urgent issues. But you'll find that most issues aren't as urgent as we think they are. We tend to allow them to corrupt our selling time, but that doesn't make them urgent. Promise yourself, commit to yourself, resolve yourself to do what you said was most important, and you will be successful. If this was helpful to you, and I hope it was, I have plenty more at salescoachingresource.ning.com. That's our online community. We have tons of sales materials, sales aids, sales training, free stuff to help you get the extra edge you need to sell more and for you to make more money. I know what you're going through as a salesperson, and I want you to know that I believe in you. But remember, you only fail when you stop trying. So never give up. Let me know what I can do for you. Until next time, this is Dane with efficient sales systems. And remember to join us at salescoachingresource.ning.com. Thanks for your time.